We're gonna do our plant sectioning. So this is a dicot stem, campanula, and we're gonna observe the vascular tissue on the inside to determine, and then we will focus the microscope to show how it works. So first of all, when you're taking your stem, you want to put your razor blade right at the edge of your fingernail like this, and slowly place it on the end, and then just let the blade do the work. And there you have a small sample right there, as you can see. Then you should take a glass slide and put your sample on. Normally I would repeat this about 3 or 4 times just to make sure that you have a good sample. So we're gonna take this here, place this on. Having multiple samples on a slide just helps you see the tissue better, and often if you have one small tissue, and it increases your chances of getting a good section. So we're just gonna keep making slices of this stem. Okay, that should be enough. We have 5. One thing you want to do is make sure that you have extremely thin pieces of tissue and of stem when you're making your sections. Just because if they're too thick, you won't actually see the tissue inside, the vascular tissue inside the stem. So next, what we want to do is put water on the slide. As you can see here, I'm using a pipette. I'm pipetting it and I'm just gonna just drop water on. Don't be afraid to drop extra amounts of water because it's no harm, no foul, and it generally ensures that you'll have a good slide. So we're just gonna put a lot of water there. Next, we want to stain our stems. So I'm gonna use Toluidine blue, and we're just gonna put a drop or 2. That was too much. Hi, so we're going to be doing our plant sectioning. This is part A, lab A of the Canadian Biology Olympiad. So we're determining the difference in vascular tissue between monocots and dicots, and we're just going to do a quick sectioning video to show how you can do that. So this is a dicot stem coming from the flower campanula, and we're going to take small sections of it. So first you want to take your razor blade and put it on your fingernail, take it to the edge, and just let your finger do the work. So you want to take a small section of the plant and just put it on your slide. Now you want to make sure that your section is super thin so that you get a good image on your microscope and you actually can see the vascular tissue instead of the surface cells.
Okay. Are you just going to be putting this in?
So generally you want to make 3 or 4 sections for your slide. That wasn't a good cut. Just so that you have a good sample size when you're making it. So we're just gonna take this here. Another way you can do this is doing it in a petri dish, which is handy because the water helps your sections flow to the top. So yeah, let's just make one more. There. Notice how these are really small. Now what you want to do to prepare your slide is to take pipe out water onto it. You want to be as generous as you can with the water because it generally doesn't hurt if you put a lot of it on. Let's just put some more, and that should be enough. I should put a little more there. So, now that we have our water here, we're going to stain this slide with Toluidine blue. So you just want to put 1 drop on it, nothing too much. There, just a small squirt. Now, using the Toluidine blue, you just want to let it sit there for a little bit. Make sure it hits the sections. This is falling off our slide, so just want to dab it down here so this isn't staining too much. Okay, let me pick up my slide here for a second. I'm going to add another drop of Toluidine blue because it didn't come out very well. Try to add it, unlike what I did the first time, into the section with the plants on it. I'm going to add a bit more water. Okay, so just let that sit for a couple minutes. Then you want to put a paper towel and absorb the dye off. So after you remove the dye, it's important to remove the dye just to make sure that your samples are all properly stained. Okay, let's go a bit better here. There we go. Now you want to rinse this again with another coat of water. Okay, and you want to again just absorb the water off again. You can rinse it as many times as you want. I prefer doing it. Most people do it once or twice. After that, take your coat of water, put it on one last time, and let's put a little more. Now we want to take our slide cover, which is right about here, and you want to put your slide cover carefully on top. Just let it sit. That. Now, we're gonna look at focusing the slide in the microscope. So we already have a slide prepared here, as you can see. If I can focus it in. It's there. There's our sample. And we want to make sure that we can get this in focus. So we're first going to increase the magnification from ×4 to ×10. And looking in the microscope, and we're going to shift this large knob down here. And then you can shift this knob here to move around the image. And there you have, if I can actually get this camera to work, your focus slide.